Three, two, one.
Season 2.
I had a panic attack. Like I said, we talked about the Christmas episode.
So like before we get up there, just your impression. So I guess instead of we don't need to go episode by episode.
No. We've. I do want to talk about the last couple because I hadn't finished it.
Yeah, we'll do that in the next segment on the bear, since we'll do 2 parts on this. But the first half of the season is them figuring out how much it's going to cost, figuring how to get through making these changes. Actually, and we can end up on the Christmas episode.
Well, right, and they were
that's going to take up.
They have to renovate everything and get permits.
Yeah,
and fucking chaos ensues. They're hiring. Did they hire? No, they didn't. Same crew, but yes, they didn't hire anyone. That's because Carmy found love.
Yeah, I was gonna say the big part. Yeah,
threw a fucking grenade in that bitch. Quick. But I understand.
Yeah, I mean she's a good-looking nurse,
smart,
nerd,
funny, and she's got a awesome personality, and she's hilarious. We'll get to her in a minute. She's amazing. So yes, I like the slow build and the number of days till open and all the hoops that they had to jump through after the end of the first season when fucking chaos and the ticket machine, which they do revisit.
Yeah, they do.
That fucking sound. Fuck, I hate that sound. I really do.
Yeah.
I should set that as my alarm in the morning.
Ooh.
That would put me in a bad mood.
Yeah, and then also but if you're like half asleep,
oh god, then it'll trigger a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't need that.
No.
Like I said, I worked at Ralph and Kaku's on a fry station on Mother's Day for like 4 years in a row.
Because you hate yourself.
Because I hate myself. And I have a problem. So, there's that. Which this show nails. So yes, I liked it. Like it wasn't nearly as chaotic as the first season.
Mm-mm.
But
I mean, they're not even open for 70% of the season.
Yeah, no, and I like the way that they were sprinkling in solo episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Tina's wasn't necessarily... I mean, I guess it was a solo episode, but it wasn't a flashback like the other ones, like Marcus. Like, Marcus had when he goes to the pastry guy.
Yeah, they send him to Denmark. That's not a
that's what I'm saying. That's not a flashback. It's the thing. The only one, I guess, who has flashbacks is Carmy and Richie. But that's all part of this one and the same.
Yeah, that's part of the Christmas episode.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there was another one with Richie, but I think that's toward the end. And he doesn't. They send him off to polish forks.
Yeah. Well,
that episode too. So basically, everybody, while they are trying to get this new restaurant up and running, everybody is out doing something to up their game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is what's happening.
Well, and they go to and it's all set up by Carmy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just to show, which I do respect about that character, is that he doesn't throw it in anybody's face. Like, oh, I worked here, I worked there.
He fucking hates it.
Yeah. So
again, Marcus put up all those pictures of his shit. He was like, God, man, I forgot about all that. Come on.
Yeah.
But he does.
And so yeah, like when Sydney goes on her taste travel to Chicago.
Yep.
A lot of the places. I mean, they either know her or Carmy set it up for her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
literally to go get taste plates like you would for a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
and wrote notes and looked at presentation. Like she went through her own, and she had gone through culinary school to begin with, right?
Yeah.
She was just looking to become a sous, and she knew he was famous, and that's how she ended up there, right?
Yeah, because
she has formal training, I guess is the question.
She does, and she's worked in what they've given about her backstory so far is she tried doing her own catering company.
Remember that?
And
which
that
is a disaster.
Yeah, flamed up. So I think the thing that she hasn't done, is like be a sous
In a
underneath
kitchen.
a world-class chef.
Which, let's not get it twisted, Carmi's a world-class chef.
Yeah.
Even if he's going chaotic menu.
Yeah.
Fucking psychotic man. Carmi's got issues, but we'll
Yeah.
get to those.
Yeah. Like a lot of self-hate issues.
Oh God, does he?
And when I first watched it in season 2, I kind of looked at it as a throwaway episode, but I keep coming back to Marcus going to Denmark, and I love. Every time I don't know, I probably watched season 2 now 3 times, and every
That's
time
a fantastic. I love that episode.
yeah, it's nice and quiet and relaxing.
Yep.
And you get a Will Poulter cameo, like
Was that the chef?
Yeah.
His chef, yes chef.
Yeah.
Who's telling him like, no, do this.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you do forget about that, like when you've had like a really well put together dessert, like it's all very meticulous and
Yes.
crazy, but each of the time they go, or like the 2 stages
Yes.
that happen, with Marcus and Richie, that Marcus finally builds that rapport, and it's like, well, hey, what happened? And the Poulter character, I forget what the character's name was, but he was like, I thought I was hot shit, and then I work in a kitchen, and then this other guy's, I know he's better than me.
Yeah.
Like, and then you immediately get taken down a peg. But then it was like, instead of being, crying about it and being
salty about
yeah,
it. No,
it's like-
I'm gonna be a sponge.
yeah, I'm just
Literally.
gonna stare at him and watch what he does
Exactly.
and get better.
Yep.
And then and that thing too, like, same as like, Ted Lasso, there's all these life lessons built in of like with him, it was like he found like, oh, I'm really good at desserts.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna do that.
That's it. I'm diving headfirst in.
Yeah.
And the intimate moments with his mom,
Yeah.
I know who Marcus is. That's perfect. And he is the perfect pastry chef. What do you call those?
Patissier.
Patissier.
Yeah.
Okay. Pastry chef.
Yeah,
Patissier.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. But you knew the French word? Yes. That's what I thought.
As it is in the brigade, yes.
Another nice touch was the knife and Tina.
Oh,
Chef,
yeah.
I forgot my knife. There you go. Oh no,
No,
that's
it's yours.
That's yours. And she was like an Elden Ring. Like she got that knife. Fucking like it's
It's like
perfect.
Excalibur.
Yeah, exactly. She was like instantly like Slovakia today. Like a little bit of fucking confidence carries you a long fucking way.
Yeah. No, they do. They do a flashback episode for her in season 3, and it just re-solidified. Like she is one of the. There's not a character. Sydney's the only one I go back and forth on, but
Yeah,
every other character, like I love, because either they've written that character so well, or I know I've worked with that character.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get to who's the brother-in-law? What's his name?
Oh,
Sugar's husband. Or
yeah,
fiance?
it's I mean, it's something simple like Pete, I think. Yeah.
We'll get to him on opening night and for season.
I told you. Can you do fishes in 5 minutes? Because that's where we're about at. Because we
Okay.
still have to do opening night. Like,
Okay, so I understand the chaos around a holiday meal
yeah,
with family. Italians who, what we were talking about earlier, is you just got to scream over each other. You got to do that while the TV is getting turned up as loud as it can go. I understand that chaos. What I don't understand is Jamie Lee Curtis being my mom and being a drunk mess.
yeah. So the first time I don't think I would say
We watched
this,
it twice. We watched that
Yeah.
episode twice.
So my mother was watching. She usually watches. I mean, I told her we actually, I didn't tell her about it. She found out about Bear in the first season too, and so we was like, oh, and so when last time I visited and we were talking about season 2, and I was like, what'd you think about the Christmas episode? And she was like, oh, I didn't like it, and it was like, yeah, it was stressful. And I just mentioned something in passing of like, did it remind you of anything? Of course, my mother was like, no. And not that like every box is checked.
No.
But like our family, we're at that stage where like both myself and my brother, as well as like my sister-in-law can cook, my cousins can cook.
Yep.
And cousins-in-law can cook too. So we always keep saying it's like, the parents relax.
Yeah.
Our grandparents relax.
I'm in charge now if I'm around.
And my mother is that level of like Jamie Lee Curtis of like, no, and I'm doing everything. And then so she'll be like, can somebody come help me? And then somebody comes in to help. And then she's like, why are you in here?
Yep.
Get out.
Yep. Yep. You're in the fucking way.
And then it ends up me having to be like, Mom, calm down. You can step out and get
Yep.
like
Pete.
I'm
Pete,
Carmy in that.
Don't go in there. Oh no, I think she needs somebody to talk to. Get the fuck. What did he? God, I wish I could remember what he said when he walked back in. I don't think she's okay. Something along those lines.
Wait, then Pete shows up with an 8th fish.
Yeah.
And like the whole family's like, what are you, fucking stupid?
What the
you
fuck
showed
are you
up with
doing?
another fish?
No, you can't do that. You can't.
It's 7 fishes.
And he was like, but more fish the better. And he genuinely he was just trying to help. Okay.
Well, and
back to fishes.
And there's somebody in every family that does what Sugar does, which is they see somebody struggling, like, are you okay? No, please, are you okay? And that just pisses that other person off. So.
I know. Yeah. Are you okay?
Is
something wrong?
Yeah.
Anything I can do to help you?
Just get out of my way.
Get the fuck away from me is what I need you to do.
But are you okay?
Get the fuck out of here. You know what? I need milk. Go to the fucking store.
So, those things just nailed it.
Yeah.
And then...
So the first 5 minutes or so when it's just everybody speaking in tongues... because they're just yelling over each other.
It's also one shot.
Yeah.
Like, until the first commercial break, it's one continuous shot. Yeah.
And it's gibberish. Like they were literally speaking in tongues. And I was like, oh, I can relate to that. They brought up Claire in that episode, which was a nice touch to show Carmy. How many years was that? 5 years before?
Yeah, because that was before he went to New York.
Right, before he did all that. Yeah, because he was like, I'm going to be fucking fine. I'm an adult. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he was just back from Amsterdam, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And we finally got to see Michael. It's a brother's name?
Yeah.
Michael?
Mikey, yeah.
Mikey. I only say that because Jamie Lee Curtis was calling him Michael. Which is fucking chef's kiss mom. Perfect. Got to see him. And, when he was having that uncomfortable but, poignant conversation with Carmy in the smallest laundry room I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. I was just like,
that's right. It's like John Bernthal was a perfect casting choice for that. Because, he can do the crazy like he did in the fork scene.
Right.
With the stepdad.
Yep. But he hits you with that emotional scene. And then I went, oh, fuck, he's not good at all.
Yeah.
He's not.
Well, and then when, Bob Odenkirk lit into him.
Right.
And you saw, him go from, I'm going to kick the shit out of you to, stop cutting me.
Yeah.
Back to...